lights down, heartbeat up. The screen fades in, not with applause, but with questions. In 2025, when K-pop is no longer just music but a global language, a cultural economy, and a personal identity for millions, one question refuses to stay quiet. Who truly stands at the very top right now? Not who debuted first, not who trends for a week, but who commands attention, influence, loyalty, and value all at once. Popularity today isn't just about screaming fans at airports or viral fan cams on social media. It's about cultural gravity. It's about whose name moves markets, whose face sells out brands in minutes, whose music still feels personal even when streamed billions of times. And here's the twist. What if popularity isn't measured by noise, but by impact? What if the most popular idol is the one who quietly dominates every room without needing to shout? In an era where idols are CEOs of their own brands, storytellers of their own scars, and symbols of a generation that grew up online but learned emotions through lyrics, the rankings feel less like numbers and more like reflections of our time. These 7 names didn't just survive the pressure of global fame. They mastered it. Each dollar attached to them isn't just money. It's proof of trust, relevance, and emotional investment from fans across continents. From solo artistry to group legacy, from stage presence to personal philosophy, from discipline to vulnerability, every position on this list hides a deeper story. Why does one idol earn more even when another seems louder? Why does consistency sometimes beat chaos? Why do fans stay, even when trends change overnight? And the biggest question of all, does popularity come from being seen everywhere, or from being felt everywhere? Tonight, this isn't a countdown. This is a journey through power, identity, and evolution. No gossip. No surface-level hype. Just raw influence, real numbers, and the human stories behind them. Stay with this list, because once you understand why each name is here, you might never see K-pop popularity the same way again. Number 7. Jin. Number 7 begins not with chaos, but with calm power. Jin stands here not because he fights for attention, but because attention eventually finds him. In 2025, with an estimated net worth of $25 million, Jin represents a rare type of popularity in K-pop, one that matures, deepens, and becomes more meaningful with time. He is not the loudest voice in the room, but when he speaks, people listen. Not because he demands it, but because he has earned it. Jin's popularity comes from something deceptively simple, yet incredibly difficult to sustain in the idol world: consistency of character. From his early days being labeled as the visual, to becoming a symbol of emotional steadiness, responsibility, and quiet humor, Jin has reshaped how fans define strength. He doesn't chase trends, he outlasts them. His influence in 2025 feels like a steady heartbeat beneath the chaos of the industry, reminding everyone that longevity is the ultimate flex. Financially, Jin's earnings reflect years of smart brand alignment, solo activities, music royalties, and his ability to maintain relevance even during periods when others rely heavily on exposure. Brands don't just see Jin as a face, they see reliability, warmth, and trustworthiness. His image sells because it feels safe, sincere, and human, qualities that are increasingly rare in an industry built on perfection. Musically, Jin's voice carries a unique emotional texture, clear, emotional, and unapologetically vulnerable. His solo works don't scream for validation. They sit with the listener, holding space for reflection, nostalgia, and healing. In a time when fast consumption dominates, Jin's songs feel like letters you read slowly, understanding more each time. Fans connect to him not because he's flawless, but because he openly acknowledges his fears, insecurities, and sense of responsibility toward others. Jin's humor, often self-deprecating, absurd, and unexpectedly wise, has become part of his global identity. It's not just entertainment, it's emotional relief. For many fans, Jin represents the older brother energy, the safe place, the reminder that you can carry pressure without losing kindness. Even after fulfilling his military service, Jin's return didn't feel like a comeback. It felt like a homecoming. His presence reassured fans that stability still exists in a rapidly shifting K-pop landscape. Popularity in 2025 isn't only about who trends the most, it's about who people trust to stay real when the spotlight dims. Jin's financial success mirrors this trust. Every endorsement, every project, every appearance feels intentional, not excessive. He doesn't oversaturate, he preserves value. And that's why number 7 is not a low rank. It's a foundation. Jin anchors the list, reminding us that popularity isn't always explosive. It can be enduring, comforting, and deeply personal. As the countdown continues upward, remember this moment, because everything above this point is built on noise, ambition, and dominance, but number 7 is built on heart. Number 6, taehyung. Number 6 is where contradiction becomes charisma. Taehyung, V, stands here with an estimated net worth of $26 million, and his popularity in 2025 feels like a slow-burning wildfire, impossible to predict, impossible to ignore. He is the idol who doesn't fit neatly into any box, and that's exactly why the world keeps watching. Taehyung is elegance and chaos in the same breath, classical and experimental at once. One moment he's channeling vintage jazz aesthetics, the next he's redefining masculine beauty with a single stare that sends timelines into meltdown. His popularity isn't driven by overexposure, it's driven by mystery. And in an industry where everything is constantly explained, mystery is power. Financially, Taehyung's earnings reflect his ability to turn presence into currency. Fashion houses don't just collaborate with him, they orbit around him. Luxury brands see Taehyung as a moving art piece, someone who doesn't wear clothes but transforms them. His influence in fashion weeks, editorials, and campaigns translates directly into market impact, with products selling out not because of aggressive promotion, but because fans want to touch the world he represents. Musically, Taehyung's voice is instantly recognizable, deep, soulful, textured with emotion that feels older than his years. His solo music leans into mood rather than formula, choosing atmosphere over charts, and yet it still resonates globally. In 2025, this approach feels rebellious in the best way. While others chase virality, Taehyung creates timelessness. His songs feel like late-night conversations, dimly lit rooms, and unspoken emotions finally finding words. Popularity for Taehyung isn't about constant validation, it's about emotional imprint. Fans don't just admire him, they feel understood by him. His artistic instincts, from photography to film to music, build a multi-dimensional identity that goes beyond idol culture. He feels like an artist who happens to be famous, not a celebrity trying to act artistic. That distinction matters, especially to a global audience growing tired of manufactured perfection. Taehyung's public persona also plays a major role in his popularity. He's unpredictable, sincere, sometimes awkward, sometimes overwhelmingly confident, but always authentic. That authenticity creates a bond that feels intimate even at massive scale. People root for Taehyung because he feels real in a world obsessed with performance. His net worth in 2025 reflects not just income, but cultural leverage. Every appearance feels curated, not calculated. He doesn't flood the market. He waits, observes, and then strikes with something unforgettable. That's why number 6 feels less like a rank and more like a warning. Taehyung doesn't rise fast, but when he moves, the entire atmosphere shifts. And as this list climbs higher, remember this. Some idols dominate through power, some through precision, but Taehyung dominates through aura. Number 5. Jungkook. Number 5 is where perfection stops being a rumor and starts becoming a responsibility. Jungkook, with an estimated net worth of $26.5 million in 2025, stands at this position not because he needs to prove anything anymore, but because the world keeps expecting more, and somehow, he keeps delivering. His popularity isn't loud chaos, it's gravitational pull. Wherever Jungkook goes, attention follows naturally, almost automatically, as if the global audience has been trained over a decade to look for him first. He is the idol many grew up with, watching him evolve from the youngest member into a fully realized global pop figure, and that shared timeline creates emotional loyalty that numbers alone can't explain. Financially, Jungkook's earnings reflect a rare balance between mass appeal and individual identity. Brands don't just see him as popular, they see him as universally likable. He crosses borders, age groups, and cultural gaps with ease, making him one of the safest yet most powerful figures in K-pop marketing. His endorsements don't feel forced. They feel natural, almost expected, because Jungkook embodies aspiration without arrogance. He represents discipline, growth, and quiet ambition, and that image converts directly into long-term value. Musically, Jungkook's voice is built for connection, clean, emotional, adaptable, and instantly familiar. He can dominate high-energy pop tracks, slide effortlessly into R&B, and still deliver ballads that feel raw and intimate. In 2025, his solo work continues to blur the line between idol and global pop artist. He doesn't chase trends. He absorbs them, refines them, and then releases something that feels polished yet personal. His popularity grows because people trust his taste. They believe that if Jungkook releases something, it's worth listening to. But popularity isn't just about sound, it's about presence. Jungkook's stage performance is a masterclass in focus and stamina. Every movement feels intentional, every expression controlled yet emotionally charged. Watching him perform feels like watching someone fully aware of their impact and choosing to honor it rather than exploit it. That awareness is rare, especially for someone who has lived under the spotlight since his teens. Emotionally, Jungkook represents perseverance. Fans see his struggles with pressure, expectations, and self-doubt, and they recognize their own battles in his journey. He doesn't present himself as untouchable. He presents himself as constantly learning. That humility strengthens his popularity, making it feel earned rather than inherited. His net worth in 2025 is the result of years of steady growth, not sudden explosions. Jungkook doesn't burn bright and fade, he sustains. And that's why number 5 feels like the calm before a storm. He's not peaking, he's stabilizing at an elite level. As we move higher on this list, remember this moment because Jungkook isn't chasing the top. He's standing so firmly in his own lane that the top has to come to him. Number 4, the emotional epicenter. Jimin, number 4, is where popularity stops being observed and starts being felt. Jimin, with an estimated net worth of $27.7 million in 2025, doesn't dominate through volume or shock. He dominates through emotion. His popularity is built on intimacy at a global scale, a paradox that only a few artists in the world can achieve. When Jimin performs, people don't just watch him, they lean in. There's a vulnerability in his presence that feels almost dangerous in an industry designed to protect idols behind perfection. And yet, that vulnerability is exactly why millions feel deeply connected to him. Financially, Jimin's earnings reflect trust. Brands associate him with elegance, sensitivity, and refined power. He doesn't sell products by overpowering the screen. He draws people in with softness, precision, and emotional intelligence. His endorsements feel like whispered recommendations rather than aggressive campaigns, and that subtlety translates into immense value. In 2025, Jimin's name alone carries an emotional brand equity that goes beyond numbers. It carries feeling. Musically, Jimin's voice is unmistakable, airy, emotional, fragile yet strong. His solo releases feel like open diaries, filled with longing, self-reflection, and emotional honesty that cuts deeper the more you listen. He doesn't just sing notes, he sings intention. His music resonates with listeners navigating loneliness, love, identity, and healing, making him a companion rather than just a performer. This emotional accessibility fuels his popularity in a way that charts can't fully measure. On stage, Jimin transforms emotion into movement. His dance style is fluid, expressive, and deeply narrative, blending contemporary grace with raw intensity. Every performance feels like a story unfolding in real time, and that storytelling ability keeps audiences emotionally invested from the first second to the last. In 2025, his performances continue to trend not because they are flashy, but because they are unforgettable. Popularity for Jimin also comes from resilience. He has openly spoken about pressure, self-criticism, and the weight of expectations, and instead of weakening his image, that honesty has strengthened it. Fans don't just admire Jimin, they protect him, support him, and grow with him. His journey mirrors the emotional struggles of an entire generation, making his success feel shared rather than distant. His net worth reflects years of artistic credibility, careful brand partnerships, and a loyal global fan base that values depth over hype. Jimin doesn't flood the market. He chooses moments that matter. And those moments linger long after the stage lights fade. Number 4 feels like standing at the emotional core of this list. Above this point lies raw authority and strategic dominance, but here, with Jimin, popularity breathes, aches, and heals. Number 3, Suga. Number 3 is where power becomes quiet, calculated, and dangerously effective. Suga, with an estimated net worth of $30 million in 2025, doesn't chase popularity, he designs it. His influence isn't built on constant visibility, but on structural impact. When Suga moves, entire creative ecosystems shift. He stands at this position because his popularity is rooted in credibility, not spectacle. In a world obsessed with image, Suga wins through substance. Financially, his earnings reflect one of the smartest portfolios in K-pop. Beyond performance, Suga dominates as a producer, songwriter, and creative director. His fingerprints are everywhere, even when his face isn't. Royalties, production credits, solo work, and collaborations create a steady, powerful income stream that doesn't depend on trends. In 2025, Suga's net worth represents intellectual ownership. He doesn't just perform music, he owns it. Musically, Suga's artistry cuts deep. His lyrics confront anxiety, depression, ambition, and identity with brutal honesty. He doesn't romanticize struggle, he dissects it. His solo projects feel like documentaries of the mind, raw and unfiltered, offering listeners permission to acknowledge their own darkness without shame. That level of honesty builds a bond that goes far beyond casual fandom. People don't just listen to Suga, they trust him. Popularity for Suga is also built on respect. Other artists see him as a benchmark. Younger idols reference him not for fashion or visuals, but for artistic integrity. His studio presence is legendary, focused, intense, and uncompromising. He treats music like architecture, carefully placing every sound, every silence, every emotion. That precision creates work that ages well, gaining value over time rather than fading after release. On stage, Suga's energy is controlled but explosive. He doesn't need elaborate theatrics to command attention. His presence alone feels heavy with intention. Every word lands with weight because it's lived experience, not performance. Fans connect to him because he never pretends to be perfect. He acknowledges pain, fatigue, and doubt, and still chooses to move forward. That realism makes his success feel attainable and inspiring at the same time. His popularity in 2025 also reflects balance. Suga knows when to step back and when to strike. He doesn't overshare, yet when he speaks, it matters. His appearances feel purposeful, his collaborations meaningful. Financially and creatively, he plays the long game. Number 3 isn't just a ranking, it's a statement. Suga represents the power of depth in an industry addicted to surface. As we climb higher, the competition becomes less about talent and more about dominance. And at number 3, Suga proves that sometimes the strongest force in the room is the one that doesn't need to announce itself. Number 2, RM. Number 2 is where intelligence becomes influence on a worldwide scale. RM, with an estimated net worth of $31 million in 2025, stands here not just as an idol, but as a cultural translator between K-pop and the global stage. His popularity isn't built on spectacle alone, it's built on meaning. RM doesn't just perform music, he contextualizes it. In an industry often criticized for surface-level appeal, RM brings depth, articulation, and perspective, turning popularity into authority. Financially, his earnings reflect versatility and leadership. RM's income flows from music royalties, songwriting credits, solo projects, global brand partnerships, and his role as a spokesperson for ideas that matter. Brands align with RM not only because he is famous, but because he is articulate, thoughtful, and globally respected. His presence elevates narratives, making him valuable far beyond traditional idol metrics. In 2025, his net worth symbolizes intellectual capital, the rare ability to turn thought into influence. Musically, RM's artistry is expansive. His solo work explores identity, burnout, ambition, nature, and self-worth with philosophical nuance. His lyrics feel like essays set to rhythm, inviting listeners to think rather than just feel. That intellectual engagement deepens his popularity, attracting fans who seek substance in addition to sound. RM's music doesn't fade after the chorus. It stays, echoing in conversations and personal reflections long after the track ends. On the global stage, RM's role as a communicator has defined his popularity. Fluent, composed, and emotionally intelligent, he has represented K-pop in international forums, interviews, and cultural discussions with rare poise. He bridges cultures without diluting them, making him a symbol of modern global artistry. This ability to navigate complexity with clarity has earned him respect not only from fans, but from industry leaders, artists, and intellectual communities worldwide. Emotionally, RM represents growth. He openly discusses uncertainty, creative exhaustion, and the evolving meaning of success, making his journey relatable to anyone navigating adulthood under pressure. His honesty dismantles the myth of effortless genius, replacing it with a narrative of continuous learning and self-reflection. That vulnerability strengthens his popularity, transforming admiration into connection. Financially and creatively, RM operates with intention. He chooses projects that align with his values, preserving authenticity while expanding influence. Number 2 feels like standing at the edge of something monumental. Above this point lies absolute dominance, but here, RM proves that popularity doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. It can be thoughtful, measured, and transformative. Number 1, jhope. Number 1 is not about hype. It's about domination through joy, discipline, and vision. Jhope, standing at the top in 2025 with an estimated net worth of $34 million, represents a form of popularity that doesn't fade, fracture, or fluctuate. It expands. His position here feels inevitable, not accidental. Jhope doesn't just ride the wave of K-pop's global success. He engineers momentum from the inside out. While others react to trends, Jhope sets emotional temperature. His popularity is kinetic. When he moves, people feel energized, uplifted, and motivated, as if his presence itself carries voltage. Financially, Jhope's earnings tell the story of precision and foresight. He is one of the most strategically independent idols in the industry, building a solo identity that stands confidently beside his group legacy. His income flows from world tours, solo music, production credits, fashion collaborations, brand ambassadorships, and creative leadership roles that go far beyond performance. In 2025, Jhope's net worth is not just money, it's proof of trust. Investors, brands, and collaborators see him as a long-term asset, someone who delivers excellence consistently without compromising authenticity. Musically, Jhope is rhythm embodied. His sound is rooted in hip-hop, dance, and groove, but his emotional range is far broader than many expect. His solo projects feel fearless, bright yet introspective, playful yet deeply intentional. He isn't afraid of color, movement, or vulnerability. In fact, he weaponizes positivity in an industry that often mistakes darkness for depth. His music doesn't escape reality, it reframes it, offering resilience instead of despair. That emotional clarity fuels his global popularity, especially among fans who see him as a source of strength during uncertain times. On stage, Jhope is pure command. His dance isn't just technically flawless, it's expressive, explosive, and alive. Every performance feels like a celebration of discipline meeting freedom. He doesn't perform to impress, he performs to connect. Watching him live feels like being invited into a shared moment of release, where joy becomes collective and contagious. In 2025, his live performances continue to define what it means to be a world-class entertainer, setting standards others chase but rarely match. Popularity for J-Hope is also rooted in leadership. Behind the scenes, he is known for relentless practice, emotional intelligence, and responsibility toward both his craft and his people. Fans sense that integrity. They don't just admire his talent, they trust his intentions. He represents effort made visible, optimism earned through work, and confidence built on preparation. His fashion influence, too, reflects this balance. Bold without being careless, expressive without being hollow. Every choice feels aligned with identity. Emotionally, J-Hope stands as proof that light is not naive, it's powerful. He has spoken openly about pressure, fear, and burnout, yet he chooses joy not as denial, but as resistance. That choice resonates deeply in 2025, a time when audiences crave authenticity without hopelessness. His popularity doesn't rely on mystery or scarcity. It thrives on presence and reliability. He shows up fully every time. And that's why number 1 feels definitive. J-Hope isn't just the most popular K-pop idol in 2025. He's the embodiment of sustainable greatness. Where others shine, he radiates. Where others peak, he evolves. This isn't just the top of a list. It's the center of momentum.